Lewis O'Donnell, 23, from Bradford.
What were you like growing up? Because you were born in, did you say 2002?
Yeah, 2002.
Yeah, I was 22 then, so show me age a little bit. So what were you like at school and stuff?
Never went.
Never went?
Never went. I did go, but that's about a week. I've always had problems with my anger in it, so...
All right.
Never lasted long.
So you were the angry ginger kid?
I was the angry kid like you used to post.
So we weren't that far off when we're calling you the angry kid.
Like a wee piss poo, boobies.
You've been into music quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me about what was the first kind of music that you got into, and then tell me a little bit about the descent videos and that you used to do.
Yeah. So, kid on the estate, we always used to mess about doing bits and bats for bars and that, and then got into a little argument with this kid who I knew, and then started doing MCs about each other, got my name new, and then just messed about from then, innit?
Have you still got any of those videos?
No, but they went viral.
What platform did they go viral on?
It was on Facebook. One of them had like about 100,000 views.
Is it not there anymore?
I can't find it. I've been trying to look for it. I did loads. There was a good 6-7 videos.
So what was your name back then?
Ginger Joe.
Can you remember any of the bars from it? Yeah, you can.
Oh, they were bad. They were bad. They were really bad.
So then you've recorded a song before, haven't you?
Yeah, I did that one with my cousin, yeah.
Fuck all that, man, I didn't write me a letter because I'm fresh out of jail and I'm living life better.
We've done an Andy Smith diss track.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about that and how the experience has been recording and stuff.
Oh, it's been cushy, man. We did it. The amount of time, like, how fast we got it done and how fast you made the beat and everything's just gone spot on and it's...
Yeah, well, I've never actually made Speed Garage before. Learned how to make it in about 20 minutes. I did 2 instrumentals. I sent you them both. You really liked one. You weren't keen on the other one, so we did the song to that.
Andy Smith, you now but a fool.
First music video as well.
Andy Smith, you trying to diss, and I walked in the yard and it stunk of piss.
Just going to do a really simple video for it. So I thought if I put you in the suite of the Malmaison on, then we'll have somewhere that looks cool to shoot the video. I wasn't expecting it to have a table football machine though. I've never seen that before in a hotel. I thought that was very odd.
I'm winning, wig splitting, chin spinning, put me in a ring and I'm a straight killing.
And then there's obviously the boxing side of you as well.
Yeah.
And you've been to prison.
Yeah, I've been to prison.
Do you want to tell a little bit about...
Whatever I went to jail for?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
and how many times you've been to jail and what sentences you got and stuff like that? Because I don't know myself.
Yeah. So, 18, just a kid in Bradford, a big thing in Bradford's drugs. So, easily influenced. I got offered quite a bit of money to go down to a place called Hull, sell drugs down there. So, I did that for a few weeks. Lasted about 2 weeks. And then, I went to jail from there, got county lines. But that was when I went in jail, COVID started. So I did 6.5 months in then. And then I got 2 years suspended. I did 6.
What's the definition of county lines?
It's where you go to a different town and you set up like a drug.
Right.
Like, do you know, like, if you send a kid to a different town and you met them sell drugs, that's county lines.
Right.
So they looked at us as like the little workers that were just going to a different town. And yeah. And then
how long did you get for that?
I did 6.5 months on remand, and then I got 2 years suspended. And then, I haven't been since this last time.
So what was the last time for?
I drove a car for one of my old mates and didn't know nothing about it. And I got T-packed in and the car was stolen.
Right.
And got remanded for that. Got 14 months.
Is that where you met Andy Smith?
Yeah, that's where I met Andy, yeah.
Tell all about Andy in jail then.
Oh, my life, right. So, sat in this waiting room. He's going on as he does. And he mentioned some of my family, saying he were related to him, this and that. So obviously me and him ended up getting padded up together. And just from the day one, he didn't know what to expect. It was the person he's making out he is, he wasn't that person in jail. Now he's coming out and he's making out he had it boxed off, this and that. He really didn't. Got to the start, he was always ringing home, crying. Like, obviously, jail is an emotional time, but like,
I mean, I was only in jail for 6 weeks, and that wasn't a nice experience.
Yeah. It's just like he makes out he has everything boxed, but like it got to the point where he's very good at pool. You know, like the game.
Okay,
he's very, very good at pool. So I'll give him it. Like he did go win a few games and get us some canteen back to the pad, but like he'd bet people. Like in jail, a big thing is like people who are on meds, say tablets. Tablets go well for food. Like they'll swap you for food if you've got tablets, yeah. So this person's like offered to play him for his meds. Yeah, said, "Oh, I'll give you my meds if you beat me, this and that." And he's like, "Oh, I'll give you noodles." So they've sorted something out, and then Andy's beat him. So Andy's like, "Right, well, give me what you said you're going to give me." The lad's gone, I'm like in the distance now, and the lad's like, nah, I'll have to give you it in a few days, this and that. But he said he were going to give him it now. So straight away, Andy's got to the point, he's like, yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. So I've walked over and said, nah, Mush, you'll give him it now. Because the deal's a deal. Yeah. Little things like that. And then just people like, a lad from Bradford said to him, Andy, do you want to go halves on a phone? So he's like, yeah. Got his bank details in front of a screw. Sent him 150 quid. I know the lad who did it. He's a well-known lad. He come the next day saying, my pad's been spun, they found it. And if your pad gets spun in jail for a phone... You're down the block. You're not going to be on association. So when we come out on social and that, one of the boys are going, well, what are we going to do about it, Andy? Andy's going, oh, well, the loss is a loss, this and that. And then, obviously, the lad, he did a bit of wing barbering, cutting hair and that. Mm-hmm. So he moved off the wing then. And then as soon as he moved off the wing, Andy were like, oh, you never guess what, Lewis? He sent me that 150 quid back.
Did he, Shane?
Did he, hell? Well, yeah, man, he's one of them, like, he says he knows everyone. When Armley's my local jail. I'm from Bradford, so Armley's Leeds. All the boys on the wing, I knew most of them. My cousin was in there. So when I was with Andy on the induction wing, we went to A wing, and then my cousin were there. So obviously my cousin were padded up with my uncle.
Right.
So I wanted to get in with my cousin. So what we're saying to Andy is like, Andy, listen, I'm going to move with my cousin, but we're going to make sure that you don't just go in with anyone sort of thing. We want you to be in with a boy or...
Yeah.
So they tried putting Andy in with a smackhead, and Andy was going to go with a smackhead. So it got to the point I'm saying, nah, you put me in a pad with, like, because obviously my cousin were padded up with my uncle. My uncle didn't want to go in with anyone, and he wouldn't go in with Andy. So, like, the script was, Lewis, you're going in with one as well till we sort a free space out till you can go with your cousin. So they're both trying to say, oh yeah, we're both going to go over smackhead. So I'm saying, not a chance. I'm going to go to the block. I said, open that pad. I'm going to walk in and I'm going to batter him. So you might as well send me to the block.
Yeah.
Andy's going, yeah, I'll go in. Would you go get padded up with smackhead? You won't, would you? So
when I was on induction wing, I was, as soon as I had my first day in jail, my first 2 nights, I was with a smackhead.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Obviously it's induction wing. He's just got in as well. He's rattling.
Yeah.
He's enough to put me off heroin for life.
Yeah.
There's one point he was sitting on the toilet, diarrhea coming out of his arse, thrown up in his hands and scooping it in the sink.
Oh no.
And I'm just sat there like, this is mint, this.
No.
And then
Andy's as bad as that though, with the toilet.
He was asking us every like 5 or 10 minutes, he's going, are you sure you've not gotten out? And I was going, oh, actually, no, I haven't. Because they put us on a wing in Durham for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was with a burglar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, how many times have you been caught burgling? I was like 36. I was like, you're not reckon it's time you tried a different crime? And then the cat eaters, they shipped us down to Wealdstone.
Yeah, that's
fair. Last 4 weeks in there, it was easy. Were you in the open jail, were you?
Wealdstone?
Yeah.
Which side were you at? Were you at the new side or the old side?
I don't know.
Like your wing, would you say it looked new, or would you say it looked like the trenches?
I was in the Cat D part, and I was in the no smoking block, and it was pretty new. I was in jail in 2003.
Oh yeah,
so it'll be totally different now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Wealdstone's a Cat B.
Well, it had 2 halves. It had the bit that looked like a prison.
Yeah.
And then the bit that looked a bit like a shit version of Butlins on the other side of the fence. I was in that bit.
Yeah, it's mad now because one side of the jail is like an holiday park. So when you first go in Wealdstone, it's literally you got a single pad, you've got a radiator where you can turn on and off.
Yeah, I had a double glazed window. I didn't have any bars on.
That's
I
what
could
I mean.
open my window and just step outside if I wanted to, but I didn't.
Yeah, long time ago, innit?
Yeah.
But I went to a blooming D wing. That was single.
You would have been 1 when I was in jail.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy.
And I've never been back, so it's proof that the jail system works.
Yeah.
I'm not going back. Never got caught for anything after that.
I'm not going back. My days are done there.
So the boxing side of things, you said to me once that you were fighting quite a lot in jail.
When I went to Hull was a postcode jail.
Right.
When I was there, 2018, there was a lot of London kids, and Hull, where people who were drug dealing, they were all from Bradford. So the Hull kids hate us because we was pretty much taking over Hull, settling. Right. So I had a few fights with a few kids, and then I had a fight with an Albanian kid where I got my arm sliced. Yeah, Hull was an active jail, man.
Yeah.
It was a good jail, to be fair.
Oh, it sounds brilliant.
It's mad though, because when you first go in there, on the first wing, what you're in, I think it's G wing. I can't remember, but it's half vulnerable prisoners.
Right.
So there's nonces on the wing with you.
Jesus.
So the guy who was serving us food threw a baby at a wall. So
Fucking hell.
we got moved off that wing quick. We was all kicking off. Yeah, it was a madness.
So then you've come out of jail. And you,
Yeah, come out of jail. 2 kids. Started this fighting thing. And yeah, it's going well. It's going well.
first fight you got battered.
Yeah, absolutely. It got me head punched off, all thanks to Andy. Doing well now, doing bits. Simon got me in with a good trainer.
Yeah.
Give Simon that.
You need to just sort your fitness out though.
Yeah, bloody hell. I'm unfit. Yeah, but we're going to go for it. Take it up as a career. Just need to get more fights now. More fights and yeah, come take over.
Well, good luck to you, mate. Thank you for coming up as well. I've had a great 24 hours with you.
It's been a laugh.
Definitely get you up again.
That's the one.
Share and subscribe, you fucking divvies.